Hey, hey. Erica Mills Barnhart, Claxon Marketing, and the Marketing for Good podcast. And I'm coming to you today because I want to talk about empathy. Okay, one, I have to acknowledge I don't like wearing the headphones when I'm talking to you because it makes me feel like a Dorkosaurus, to be honest. However, this is the way to do it so that you don't have to like lean in too far to your machine to hear it. So hopefully you'll forgive my dorky little headphones. And you can just listen to this. Okay, so empathy. I had Maria Ross, the author of The Empathy Edge, on the Marketing for Good podcast recently. And I learned that there are 3 different types of empathy. I didn't know that. I just thought empathy was empathy was empathy. And this actually was very illuminating for me when it came to, I've always, okay, there's this thing with nonprofits, right? Very empathetic by nature, like really feel what others feel, get into the work because you care so much about other people and you want to help. Okay, turns out that's compassionate empathy, right? You can feel somebody else's pain and you want to take action to fix it. Now, but there's 2 different types, right? Okay, so the next one is the one that I think I mainly thought about, which is emotional empathy. Like I feel what you're feeling. I may not have experienced what you've experienced, but I'm feeling what you're feeling. So the third type, I think, well, the third and the emotional empathy are what you can engage to really help your messaging and your marketing resonate with potential donors, volunteers, stakeholders, right? The term stakeholder. Anyway, we'll come back to it, but you know what I mean. And that's cognitive empathy. And this gets very interesting. I mean, at least to me, this is really interesting, which is cognitive empathy is I actually am not feeling what you're feeling, but I get it. I get why you're feeling like that. Okay. So one of the little hangups that a lot of clients that I work with have is they're like, I don't know, like I getting into the head and the heart of somebody else feels a little weird. And I do understand that. Okay. So I think this cognitive empathy can create a little distance and maybe decreepify the experience while allowing you to really make connections, to find the words that are really going to resonate, right? So cognitive empathy and employing that would look like getting super clear on who your target audience is as it relates to a specific goal, right? Claxon method. What does success look like? Who's your target audience? How are you going to reach them? All right. So empathy can really help us bridge between the who and the how, right? Empathy is what will allow us, and cognitive empathy creates this little space where you can say like, I may not get it. I may not sit in their shoes and I may not feel what they're feeling, but I can get it. Okay. And so the brighter and the more vibrant picture you can sort of paint of your potential donors and volunteers and really be like, I get you. I get what you're experiencing, right? Because we're all having the shared experience, which is a global pandemic and in the United States, kind of racial reckoning. So that's happening to all of us, for all of us, and yet we are all experiencing it differently. So if you don't employ empathy, cognitive, emotional, compassionate empathy, the risk is that you project, right? So you're like, that feels too weird. I don't know that I want to do it, or I'm busy. I don't want to take the time. And then you kind of like write for yourself. All right. I've been there. I've done this. I get it. Right. So can you just create just a little bit of space, a moment even to say, I may not feel the same things that my target audience is feeling. So let me try to get a beat on that and see what it would be. Because I think what you'll see is that you'll adjust your messaging accordingly. Okay. Maria Ross is like a world-renowned expert on empathy. So if you are intrigued by this, 100% go listen to that episode on the Marketing for Good podcast, which you can find anywhere where you enjoy your podcast listening. And if you listen to that and or you've heard this and you want to dig deeper and really commit to getting good at this whole what, who, how, and doing effective messaging, figuring out how to connect with your target audiences, go to claxonuniversity.com where we have the complete nonprofit marketing course. I'm so excited. Everybody sign, anytime anybody signs up for this, I get super excited because I've gotten to see firsthand how it has transformed organizations and the people who work for them, people just like you. So head on over there, see if that floats your boat. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below or, just reach out to me, however it works for you. Thank you for the work that you're doing. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.